Julie Chrisley kicked Todd Chrisley out of the house, which led to a violent altercation between the couple. According to insiders, Julie got so angry that she put all of Todd's clothes and belongings on the driveway. So what exactly happened? According to new reports and insider claims, Julie has come forward with allegations about Todd's multiple relationships while serving time in prison. These aren't just rumors whispered through the grapevine. Julie is said to be deeply hurt and reportedly has firsthand knowledge that paints a very different picture of the man the public thought they knew. As fans of Chrisley Knows Best, we've followed the highs and lows of this family for years, but this latest chapter might just be the most explosive yet. Is Todd leading a double life behind bars? Who are these alleged partners? And what does this mean for Julie, their children, and the future of their relationship? The show offered fans an inside look into their everyday lives, from the humorous antics of Savannah and her brother Chase to Todd's over-the-top parenting style and Julie's southern charm. However, behind the glossy exterior of their televised lives, the Chrisley family was about to face one of the most challenging and public crises imaginable. A legal battle that would not only threaten their freedom, but also shake their family relationships to the core. In June 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion after a high-profile federal trial that captured public attention for months. Prosecutors argued that the Chrisleys had orchestrated schemes to hide income and mislead lenders, resulting in significant financial penalties and prison sentences. Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years, while Julie received 7 years behind bars. For Savannah, this was more than just a headline. It was a devastating blow to her family and her sense of stability. Overnight, the dynamics within the Chrisley household changed dramatically. No longer was Todd the commanding, sometimes overbearing patriarch. No longer was Julie the graceful matriarch keeping the family afloat. Instead, Savannah suddenly found herself in a position she was unprepared for: caretaker and guardian of her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe.
The other night, I just had a full-on breakdown. I was trying to find Chloe proper clothes to go and visit my parents, and I just sat down on the floor and just started crying. They need to see peace and calmness. And we need to figure out healthier ways to cope with things and deal with things. And even if it's just little things that I'm trying to implement, because I'm not their mom, I'm not their dad, I'm their sister.
This seismic shift forced Savannah to transition from being the carefree, privileged daughter on reality TV to a responsible adult juggling enormous pressures. She had to manage the household, support her siblings emotionally, and maintain her own career and public persona, all while grappling with the shock of her parents' incarceration. She described the emotional challenges of balancing her own needs with those of her siblings, trying to provide a stable and loving environment despite the chaos surrounding them. Savannah often spoke about the moments when the weight of this responsibility felt overwhelming, times when she doubted whether she was strong enough to hold everything together. The emotional toll was compounded by the constant scrutiny from fans and media who closely followed the family's legal drama. Savannah was open about the difficulty of living under a microscope, having to project strength even when she felt vulnerable. Despite these challenges, Savannah remained fiercely protective of her siblings. She made it clear that their well-being was her top priority, often sacrificing her own personal desires and ambitions to ensure they felt safe and loved. This period forced her to mature quickly, developing a deep resilience and a newfound understanding of what it means to be a caregiver. Savannah's relationship with her parents became complicated and emotionally fraught during their time in prison. In public statements and private interviews, she has expressed a mixture of love, loyalty, disappointment, and frustration. On one hand, Savannah has remained steadfastly supportive of Todd and Julie. She visited them in prison, spoke out on their behalf on social media, and consistently defended their character to fans and critics alike. This loyalty stems from her deep belief in family unity and the hope for redemption and reconciliation. On the other hand, Savannah has not shied away from acknowledging the profound sense of betrayal she felt due to the crimes her parents committed. The financial and legal consequences not only jeopardized their freedom, but also disrupted the lives of everyone around them. Savannah has admitted that this duality, loving her parents but grappling with their mistakes, was one of the hardest emotional challenges she has faced. The distance caused by incarceration was both physical and emotional. Letters and phone calls replaced in-person conversations, limiting the depth of connection. Savannah had to learn how to manage her feelings of anger and hurt while maintaining a supportive front for her siblings and fans. Before the trial and prison sentences, Todd and Julie Chrisley were larger-than-life figures on reality TV, sometimes strict, sometimes funny, often commanding attention. For Savannah, growing up in the spotlight meant seeing her parents through a filtered lens shaped by entertainment and public personas. The experience of prison changed that perception. Savannah revealed that she came to see her parents not just as the stars of a TV show, but as flawed, vulnerable human beings facing serious consequences. This shift was painful, but necessary. It helped her develop a more nuanced and mature understanding of who her parents are beyond the cameras and headlines. She described moments when her parents expressed regret and sorrow for the pain their actions caused, which opened the door to honest and sometimes difficult conversations. This vulnerability helped Savannah move toward a place of empathy, even as she continued to wrestle with feelings of disappointment. In a surprising turn of events, Todd and Julie Chrisley were granted full presidential pardons in May 2025, leading to their release from federal prison after serving approximately 2.5 years. While this was undoubtedly a joyous moment for the family, it also introduced a new set of challenges: how to rebuild relationships and reintegrate after such a prolonged and traumatic separation. And on top of that, it seems that Todd has several relationships left over from his captivity. Multiple insiders have claimed Todd has developed a particularly close bond with another inmate, a former Wall Street broker known only as Mitch. The two were first spotted during early morning walks around the rec yard, often deep in conversation. According to sources, their connection evolved from intellectual companionship to something more intimate. Though prison rules forbid any form of romantic contact between inmates, whispered rumors suggest that Todd and Mitch managed to maintain a covert relationship for nearly 6 months. Fellow prisoners have noted suspicious schedule overlaps, late-night janitorial assignments that curiously matched and even intercepted notes written in code. It wasn't just about sex or rebellion, one source said. Todd was truly vulnerable with him. Mitch listened in a way no one ever did before. What began as a fall from grace may be transforming into a new kind of rule. Todd Chrisley, once America's Southern patriarch of primetime, now reigns in an entirely different kingdom, one governed by loyalty, secrets, and calculated charm.